Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? So, I want to have a little talk with you guys today. I am really very confused and not very happy about what has unfolded in the last couple of days. So let me explain, okay? I did a video the other day addressing the situation between Rosanna Pansino and Mr. Beast, and her coming out and tweeting about the fact that he unfairly edited this hide-and-seek game video series that she was part of. Then she took her post down and she apologized to Mr. Beast publicly, and so I made a video about that, right? And I talked about it. And I feel like I'm kind of reliving the whole situation with Robbie DeChristie. Like, I feel like this is Robbie DeChristie 2.0, first of all, for many different reasons. Because when I called out Robbie DeChristie for supporting James Charles and being a predator protector, there were so many people that were very, very upset with me for saying something about Robbie DeChristie. Robbie DeChristie is the nicest person in the entire world, and she doesn't have to come out and talk about this. And then they would pick like one small thing that I said in my video, and how dare you say this about Christy, and yada, 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 and all this kind of stuff, right? And I felt like I made myself pretty clear in my videos about Robbie DeChristie, but people got very, very upset. Until Robbie DeChristie chose not to address the situation and act like she had no clue what was going on. She had said to me on the phone that she wasn't sure when to unfollow James Charles. See, the whole thing is so contrived, right? She wasn't sure when to unfollow James Charles because she thought that it would look contrived, it would look performative. And I said, Christy, it is going to look performative if you do it, right? And but I said, if you come out and you talk to your audience, then they will understand it. She chose not to do that. That's her business. It's her channel, it's her career, it's her brand. She can do whatever she wants to do, right? Okay. So I had so many people that asked me to talk about the Rosanna Pansino Mr. Beast situation. If you do not believe me, you can go over to my tweet where I put out something like, what do you guys want me to talk about this week? And I literally got inundated with replies from people saying, talk about Rosanna Pansino and Mr. Beast. I'd actually, for that entire week, had a lot of people tweet me and DM me asking me to talk about the situation between Rosanna Pansino and Mr. Beast. But prior to that, like 2 to 3 months prior to that, I got so many people that reached out to me asking me to talk about the fact that Rosanna Pansino had been a close friend of Colleen Ballinger's, close friends of Colleen Ballinger's family, in fact still follows some of her family, and had unfollowed Colleen Ballinger performatively because she's never come out and spoken against her. She's made many videos with Colleen Ballinger and Miranda Sings, her character, and has never spoken out about it. And so, you know, I would speak about this person, I would speak about that person, and all these people were like, Peter, you need to address Rosanna Pansino because she was somebody that did a lot of videos with Colleen Ballinger and has never come out and spoke about her friendship with Colleen Ballinger, her professional relationship or anything. She's never come out and spoke about it. I got tons of messages about that. Well, I didn't know who Rosanna Pansino was, okay? I made that very clear in the first video that I did. I had no idea who she was. I didn't know anything about her, okay? So when the whole Mr. Beast, Rosanna Pansino thing came out and everybody was asking me to talk about it, I was like, okay, I'll talk about this. But I also think it's important to include the fact that she never came out and addressed the Colleen Ballinger thing. Now, if I've been inundated with messages of people wanting me to address the situation between Rosanna Pansino and Colleen Ballinger, I have to believe that Rosanna Pansino has been inundated as well, okay? Over the situation of her coming out and talking about Mr. Beast, she said that she has gotten so much negativity, she's received death threats and things like that, which we're going to talk about in just a second. So if that's the case of her coming out and talking about Mr. Beast, I cannot believe that there are not people that are asking, even some of her own fans, that are asking her to speak out about Colleen Ballinger, her relationship with Colleen Ballinger, what she thinks about Colleen Ballinger, things like that, right? So as I sit back here and I watch this all unfold, okay, what I believe now 100%, because the timing is very interesting. It's been 2 years since this situation with Mr. Beast happened, and she's just coming out and talking about it now. People are even like, even her fans are like, okay, why are you coming out now and talking about this at 2 years? What I believe now 100%, is that this situation, which is valid, okay, I said in my video many times, people would even say, Peter, this is a very serious situation because Mr. Beast is being misogynist, Mr. Beast is being sexist, he edited her out. I said this in my video multiple times, that if that were the case, that I would come out if I were Mr. Beast and address it. I said that if that were the case, then it needed to be addressed and he needed to be held accountable. I said it multiple times in my video, okay? What I believe now, 100%, is that Rosanna Pansino is using the situation with Mr. Beast to deflect off the situation with Colleen Ballinger, to make that a bigger story than her and her relationship with Colleen Ballinger, okay? What I did not know when I started covering this Rosanna Pansino thing, and I can tell you that probably after this video today, other than her being a predator protector, I will probably not address anything to do with Rosanna Pansino in the future. I could care less about her, okay? But the fact is that she is a predator protector, okay? She performatively unfollowed Colleen Ballinger and has never spoken about their relationship. I take huge issue with that, okay? So, what I do know also is that she's reaching out to drama commentary channels, asking them to talk about the Mr. Beast situation. So, Rosanna, you can say that that is completely false. I have several different channels that have reached out to me and said, you cover this Rosanna Pansino thing. Do you think I should cover it? She's in my DMs, and she's asking me to talk about the situation with Mr. Beast. Not wanting to talk about the situation with Colleen Ballinger, she's wanting to talk about the situation with Mr. Beast. So even though she put out a public apology to Mr. Beast and said that she was going to take down all of her posts about him, she's gone on numerous podcasts and spoken about it. She's now reaching out to drama commentary channels wanting to share her side of the story about it, okay? I know that as a fact. That is a fact. So that's very similar as Robbie DeChristie reaching out to me wanting to talk about her situation with James Charles and what she should do. She's reaching out to people and asking them to talk to her about Mr. Beast. It has nothing to do with the Colleen Ballinger situation. So for me, okay, what I believe, and she's reaching out to people that get quite a few views, what I believe is that this is 100% a deflection tactic. Because what I didn't know, like I said, when I started doing these videos about her, was that Rosanna Pansino is like one of the most loved people on YouTube. I had no clue. I'd never heard of her, except for that I had heard about the fact that she had done a lot of videos with Colleen Ballinger, was friends with Colleen Ballinger, had been in public places with Colleen Ballinger. I went and did an image search. There's lots of pictures of them together at Christmas parties, at birthday parties, out in public, at premieres. They did a lot of videos together. Not just one video. They did numerous videos together, you guys, okay? And she's never come out and spoken about that. And I have to believe that a lot of people are asking her to speak about it, because a lot of people have asked me to speak about the fact that Rosanna Pansino hasn't spoken about it. So I come out and I do this video, okay? And I talk about the situation with Rosanna Pansino and Mr. Beast. While I am talking about it, I'm like, and I said, I was very open about it. I said, I don't know who she is. And I went in and I looked at her channel, okay? What's interesting to me about the criticism that I received is that I commented on many of her videos. I commented on her video about doing a Little Mermaid cake. I commented on her singing videos. I commented on a video about her wearing high heels. I commented on a lot of her videos. One of the videos that I commented on was about her going to Super Nintendo World, okay? I think what I said was misinterpreted, because had that been a video of her going to Six Flags or Disney World, or Kings Island, or, I don't know, Busch Gardens. Take your pick of any amusement park, okay? It wasn't about the fact that it was Super Nintendo World. It was about the fact that a 38-year-old woman was doing a video about eating everything at an amusement park, okay? I felt that it was for the views. I made that very clear in my video. I said it was about the views, okay? So, I put this statement up on my video that I did yesterday where I addressed it again. And I put this comment up on my video. Hold on a second. And I pinned it to the top of my video. And the comment that I made said, "Hey everyone, happy Halloween. Just FYI, since I received so many negative comments on my video yesterday, I thought it was important for me to watch my video back in case I missed something and needed to correct myself, which, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know I have no problem taking accountability and apologizing for something and saying it won't happen again. For example, it was brought to my attention by, I think, 2 to 3 people that when I was talking about the situation between the Peter Monn timestamp channels, because somebody tweeted out to me, can you address the back and forth between the Peter Monn timestamp channels? I said in my video, not even thinking about it, okay? It was literally, I didn't even think about it, and I should have. I said ceasefire, okay? And a lot of people brought it to my attention that it was very insensitive with what is going on right now, okay, in the world. I agree with you. It was completely insensitive. I won't be saying it again. I didn't even think about it, okay? It was very insensitive, and I'm so thankful that people brought it to my attention. I do not have a problem, okay, having people bring things to my attention and addressing them. I won't be addressing them on Twitter. I won't be addressing them in DMs. I will be addressing them on video, because videos are what I do. It's where the majority of the people that watch me see me. So I'm not somebody that's going to put it on a Twitter statement. I'm not somebody that's, because I think that's bullshit. I think if you're going to do something, you better get on video where you make your coin, okay? Where you have the most following, you better get on video and you better address it. Not in a Twitter statement, not an Instagram story that will go away in 24 hours, but in a video. And I've done that for the majority of my career on YouTube. When I've had to address something, I've addressed it on YouTube. It was insensitive. I shouldn't have said it. I know that. I'm a believer that when you know better, you do better. I didn't even think of it at the time. It was insensitive. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. It will not happen again. So, I wanted to watch the video back because so many people were bringing this one piece to me, and it was repetitive. I was getting this in a lot of comments. People were very, very upset about one thing that I said in my video. And I was like, and I made the second video, and then I thought, I'm not even sure that I even said that in my first video. After I made my second video, okay, addressing it, I was like, I don't even know that I really said anything about that. So I was like, I'm going to watch this video back. Like, I'm going to watch the first video back that all these people are giving me such harsh criticism. So, I said in this video, I received so many, just FYI, since I received so many negative comments on my video yesterday, I thought it was important for me to watch my video back, in case I missed something and I needed to correct myself. I just watched it back, and I have lots of notes to address in my video for tomorrow. So I hope you are taking notes while accusing me of stuff with absolutely no proof. Like I said, I watched my video back, and I know what I said. Do you? Happy Halloween. Now, I have watched my video back twice now. Yesterday, and I watched it back just now, before I made this video, because I wanted to be crystal fucking clear about what I said in my video, okay? So, let me get to my notes really quick. Before I do, I want to read a couple comments that I got in my video, okay? So, or a couple comments that I got from people on my video yesterday. Somebody said, so only you can have an opinion and only you can stand up for yourself. Got it. If people are pushing back, maybe you should learn to digest why instead of doubling down like a certain Peach and completely disregarding what they're saying. It's not like anyone was out there hurling insults. Actually, people were hurling insults at me. They called me misogynistic. What they said was I was misogynistic because I was making fun of a woman enjoying video games, which never occurred. That never happened in that video. I've watched it back twice. So, yes, people were hurling insults at me. Somebody called me misogynistic, and that I was acting misogynistic. I take that word very fucking seriously, okay? That is not a light word to me. Having been raised by a single mother, the majority of my friends all being women, and that I literally, okay, literally would not be the man that I am today for the women in my life. And no, I do not believe that that alone makes somebody not misogynistic, okay? Just like I don't believe that somebody that has 20 gay friends makes them an ally. I believe it's in the walk, all right? But I believe that on my channel, that I have learned and I have grown as I have started my YouTube career, and I take that word very offensively, okay? That's not a word I just throw around. You can have your opinion on my videos, all right? I love when people come here and they say this to me, and they want to say, oh, so you can have your opinion and we can't have ours? Have your opinion, okay? But have it be correct and come with facts to prove it. Don't just be hurling shit around, okay? So then this person responded to them and said, the point is that it's his channel and he doesn't need to digest anything if he doesn't want to. If you don't like his opinion and don't like him standing up for himself, he's left the door wide open. People have hurled insults at him in the past, death threats, stalking, and more. Point is, this is Peter's channel. It's his opinion. If you don't like what Peter has to say, well, you have every right to post your opinion on your own channel or respectively disagree in his comments. I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me in my comments. I don't delete those comments. I delete comments when people are offensive, and even then on that video, I didn't delete any comments, okay? I don't delete comments when people tell me that they're unsubbing from me. I don't delete comments from people that disagree with me. Those comments are welcome. I made that very clear in my video yesterday, and yet you still commented this on my video yesterday. You obviously missed that point where I said that, where I actually read a comment that disagreed with me, okay, and said to that person in the comment section that their comment was welcome here. I have proved this time and time again in videos, okay? I think I've also proven that when I am wrong, and I try to do this to be a role model to other people that are influencers and YouTubers out there, that there is no problem in admitting your wrongs, okay, on YouTube and taking responsibility for it. We're gonna fuck up from time to time. I look at those as learning experiences, which is why I say remain teachable. Okay, and which a lot of people have turned into a joke. I choose to remain teachable. Life gets very small when you think that you have nothing left to learn. I have a lot to learn in this world, okay? I will fuck up again. I don't have a problem getting on camera and taking accountability for it. What I have a problem for is people saying things about me that are not true, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So then this person commented on my video, and they've left many very nice comments. They followed me for a long time. I looked, and they said, you are entitled to your opinion, but so are we. Lately, it just seems like if your audience has a different opinion than you get upset and call them out in a video. I don't know about everyone else here, but I got a real parasocial relationship going with you, and I think of you as a friend. I know you wouldn't talk to your real-life good Judies the way you call out some people with different opinions than you. Absolutely, 100% I fucking would. Yes, I would. I don't know what kind of relationships you guys have with people in your life, but when people say things to me in my life, whether it's my best friend Tanya Jean, whether it's my husband, whether it's my cousin Caroline, whether it's my sponsor, whether it's my dad and my stepmom, I don't give a fuck who it is, okay? If you're gonna say some shit and lie on my name, yes, I'm gonna call you out for it, to your face. I'm not gonna go behind your back and talk about it. I'm gonna say it to your face, all right? What's interesting to me about this comment, and I appreciate your support through the years, so I hope you don't think I'm calling you out, but I'm going to address this, okay? Is that in that same video, I also addressed my neighbors, comments of people talking about loving my neighbors, comments of people saying to me things about Halloween. I read very nice comments in that video as well. Very nice comments. On my vlog channel, I read very nice comments all the time. Reading comments is not something new to me, okay? It's just that since I have started reading comments that I feel the need to stand up for myself, that people take issue with it. Well, I'm not a fucking doormat anymore, and I'm not going to be on this channel. So if that is uncomfortable for you to watch, I understand you needing to leave this channel. I hope that you don't feel that way. But I read out just as many nice comments as I do negative comments and address them. In that same video that I did yesterday, I addressed many really nice comments. On my Peterisms channel, people leave me comments, and I address those comments and make entire videos out about them, talking about recovery or grief or whatever. This is something I do on all of my channels. This is not anything new. I've been reading comments on my vlog channel for the last 2 to 3, 4 years. Comments that I have issue with and comments that are nice. So I've been doing that for a long time on my vlog channel. This is nothing new. This is something new over here, that I'm addressing comments and turning them into entire videos. Well, things change on channels, okay? And when people bring things to me that I feel like are ignorant or need to be addressed, like today, I'm going to address them. Period. End of story. And this person goes on to say, I agree that Rosanna didn't say anything about Colleen, and she should, and maybe it's weird to call out Beast for an old hide-and-seek game, but she's standing up for herself, and as someone who has been heavily standing up for himself this year, I would have loved to see you respect that. I respect, okay, and said in that video, right after I read her comment, that this is, I said, girl, I relate to that, said it in my video, fucking fact check that, okay? Because you aren't the only person that said this to me, and there were a lot of people that said that. This is your standing up for yourself and Aaron. You don't get this about Rosanna Pansino. What I don't get is, if she really is standing up for herself, why did she take down why did she take this down and apologize to Mr. Beast? I'm not taking down any of my videos standing up for myself. I'm not. Okay? And before I get on a video, before I put something out there, you know, like of this stature, then I hope to know that I need to stand behind it. Okay? But what I think is, this is a deflection tactic, because so many people are wanting her to talk about Colleen Ballinger. God forbid she talk about Colleen Ballinger, you know? People are like, she didn't build her channel off of Colleen Ballinger. No, she didn't build her channel, but it helped her greatly. Go look at her videos that she did with Colleen Ballinger. She's getting 80 to 300,000 views a video now. She wasn't getting those views with Colleen Ballinger. No, she's getting millions of views with Colleen Ballinger, okay, on both of their channels. That was cross-pollinating an audience. She was getting a lot of Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Singh's audience on her channel by doing videos with Colleen Ballinger. That's what all those YouTubers were doing at the time. They were collabing with each other to cross-pollinate their audiences. So did she gain off of doing videos from Colleen Ballinger? You better fucking A bet she did. But she can't come out now and talk about Colleen Ballinger, when she was somebody that benefited greatly off of her working relationship with Colleen Ballinger. We expect a lot more off of people that have done a lot less. But since Rosanna Pansino is such a nice person, she's a predator protector. She might be the nicest person in the entire world. She might be the greatest aunt, the greatest girlfriend, the greatest singer on YouTube, the greatest cake maker on YouTube, but she's still protecting a predator, okay? And I take great issue with that. That she wants to come out and talk about these other things, and talk about Gabby Hanna, talk about Mr. Beast, but she refuses to talk about Colleen Ballinger. And interestingly enough, for everybody that came for me and said that I put down a woman playing video games, which I never fucking said in my video. I've watched it twice and never said that, okay? I don't know what video you were watching, but for the amount of people that came to me and said, I am really upset, I'm going to have to unsubscribe to you, I don't like what you said about Rosanna Pansino and video games, it was so mean-hearted, I'm an adult that likes video games. I never said anything about Rosanna Pansino and video games. I never made fun of her. I never said anything about it. What I said was, I didn't understand why a 38-year-old woman was going to eat everything at Super Nintendo World, okay? I said, is she a gaming channel? I don't know. I didn't say anything negative about her liking video games. Period. End of fucking story. Period. I didn't say it. I've watched the video twice. So I know I didn't. I would have said the same thing if she were going to Disney World or Knott's Berry Farm, or if she were going to Santa Claus Land in Indiana. I would have said the same fucking thing, okay? It had nothing to do with video games. This was people that love Rosanna Pansino, that were trying to pick something out about me that they could not like about me anymore because they love Rosanna Pansino. This is the super fandom that you guys do not think that is really going on behind the scenes, that people literally cannot hear the truth about the person that they love the most. Love Rosanna Pansino. Love her all day long. Love her for whatever fucking video she's making. What I said was, okay, that she did the video for views. I stand behind that 100%. And it just opened in February. She did the video. It was a pre-filmed video, okay? She did that video because of the views, because it had just opened that year. I stand behind that. What's so interesting to me is, I have said this about 1 million influencers before, okay? That they did a video for views. This video was for views. This video for that. Blah, 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 whatever. And I'll tell you something else, and this is at the end of my notes. One of my biggest regrets ever on YouTube was when Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star did their video series together about the beauty world, and so many people came for me when I said it was a cash grab. I literally lost thousands of subscribers when I said it was a cash grab. Okay? Well, that was not my standing up for myself era. And I can remember having YouTubers call me on the phone and being like, I cannot believe that you called Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star's collaboration a cash grab. I cannot believe that you said this to them. I literally was like, oh my God, like, what did I do? I called it a cat. Like, I walked into this lion's den. I didn't realize what I said in the video. I think it's a cash grab. Well, whatever. So I got on video, and you know what I said? I said, I will go back and I will watch the video. And if I don't think that it's a cash grab, then I will come back and I will say that it's not a cash grab. And I watched the video back. And I thought it was a cash grab. And I got on video and I said, I think you probably are right. It's probably not a cash grab. because I wanted to appease the people. I'm not fucking doing that ever again, okay? Never again. Because 2 years down the road, everybody in the fucking world says it's a cash grab. I said it was a cash grab at the time, and I lost thousands of subscribers, and people were coming for me, talking about how disappointed they were in me. Shane Dawson is such a good guy. Shane Dawson this, blah, blah, blah. So Rosanna Pansino, 2 years down the road, when she gets in a bunch of bullshit, are y'all going to come to me and be like, oh my God, you were so right about Rosanna Pansino. What she's been presenting to us all this time, that wasn't actually the truth. She is view hungry and money hungry, okay? But I say it today and I get shit about it because you can't handle the truth about your favorite person. I don't know what to tell you about that. But I will never do that again. I will never back down from an opinion unless I look at it twice and I think, wow, something that I really said was wrong. I was so afraid at that time, okay? This is the intimidation of these people out there, the influencers. My job is to share the fucking truth with you guys as a person that just watches YouTube. You want to pander to these people out there that are making millions of dollars. Rosanna Pansino bought her sister a $2 million home. $2 million home. That's the kind of money that she's making, okay? But you're so pissed because I said something about her liking video games in a video that I never said. I never said that. And I got countless comments about it. Countless comments of people saying, I cannot believe that you said this about a woman. This is so misogynist. And that you would make fun of a woman liking video games. Never said that. Go watch my fucking video back. I did. Never said that. Never once. People are like, I'm so disappointed in you for this video game comment. What did I say? That I didn't understand why a 38-year-old woman was going to Super Nintendo World? I wouldn't understand if she was going to Disney World and did a video eating all the food at Disney World. Going and eating all the food at Epcot Center. I wouldn't understand that at 38 years old. I don't get it. I don't. And personally, I would, and there are a lot of people that are like, I love to play video games. I go to Super Nintendo World over going to Las Vegas than the Cosmopolitan. And I said in my video yesterday, we all like what we like. I'm telling you my opinion, okay? I'm telling you my opinion. She does a lot of videos for views. Did she do the videos with Colleen Ballinger and Miranda Sings for views? Probably. But she doesn't come out and address that, right? So who's a bad person? Peter Monn for saying this gal does a lot of videos for views. Do you know how many people I've said that about in videos that y'all have never taken issue with before? But I say it about Rosanna Pansino, the golden girl of YouTube, and you all lose your shit. Well, grab your depends because I'm about to say a lot more things in here that you aren't gonna like, okay? So this person goes on to say, I agree that Rosanna didn't say anything about Colleen, and she should, and maybe it's weird to call out Beast for an old hide-and-seek game, but she's standing up for herself as someone who has been heavily standing up for himself this year. I would love to see you respect that. As far as I know, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words, she unfollowed Colleen and James and hasn't supported them since their scandals. And I said in my video the other day that I don't think an unfollow is good enough. Because this is why, all right? This is for all you out there did that. Not maybe you, but everybody else that said, what does a follow really mean? Okay? All you protectors of these people out there came to my video and said, just because they follow somebody doesn't mean that they support them. Okay. Well, along that same thinking, then an unfollow doesn't mean shit either. And I said that in my fucking video yesterday. If they aren't going to come out and publicly disavow these people after they have built careers on them, or with them, or done videos with them, and made money off of them, and things like that, she made lots of money with Colleen Ballinger. You think they weren't splitting the income off those videos that they did together? You think she didn't get audience members off of doing videos with Colleen Ballinger? I don't give a fuck if she unfollowed her. She needs to come out and publicly talk about it. She don't want to. So what does she do? Oh, let's talk about something bigger. Let's make it a bigger story. Let's come for somebody bigger than Colleen Ballinger. Let's talk about Mr. Beast. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have a right to. And a lot of people in my video comment section said, okay, but these are two completely different stories, all right? Like, she can talk about Mr. Beast, but the Colleen Ballinger situation is a completely different story. You didn't have to include this. Why do you always include this stuff about Colleen Ballinger? I didn't include it about Colleen Ballinger. Everybody in the world has been sending me DMs. If you have DM'd me or commented that I should talk about Rosanna Pansino or being friends with Colleen Ballinger, or if you think that that's important to address for her, put it in the comment section below. Because it's literally, I didn't come up with this idea out of the blue. I had no fucking clue who Rosanna Pansino was until people started commenting to me that I should cover the fact that she is a friend of Colleen Ballinger's. And that was long, and still has her videos up with Colleen Ballinger. That was long, okay? Before she ever said anything about Mr. Beast. That I didn't even know who she was then, okay? But I think the fact that she won't talk about Colleen Ballinger is a bigger story than the Mr. Beast edit out. And I said in my video that if it was about him being a misogynist or him being about that and that was what she was implicating, first of all, don't skirt around the words, Rosanna. Come right out and say it, okay? My camera stopped. Come right out and say it. Say, I feel like Mr. Beast was sexist to me. I feel like he was a misogynist. Don't just make us assume that. Come out and say it if you're going to say it. You've had a lot to say over a lot less issues about people out there, okay? Y'all think she's so unproblematic? Go do your history. I did. Come out and say it, Rosanna. Don't make people assume it. Come out and say it, okay? The amount of people that took issue over the fact that I said something about video games that I never said in a video, but had no issue when I asked you back about her defending Colleen Ballinger. You guys had no issue with that at all? You have no issue with that? And okay, so here we go, right? Colleen Ballinger stays away far enough. More drama stories come up. People forget about what's happening to Colleen Ballinger. Rosanna Pansino is enabling that. Rosanna Pansino is adding to that by not addressing Colleen Ballinger. Okay? But we're going to get to that in just a second. The comment goes on. As far as I know, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat my words. She's unfollowed Colleen and James and hasn't supported them since their scandals. I think that is a great start. You came for her channel and your criticism was harsh. I didn't say anything. This is what's interesting to me is, I have said the same thing about Jeffree Star's videos, Manny MUA's videos, Joy Graceffa's videos, Tana Mojo's videos, James Charles' videos, Toddy Westbrook's videos. I've said the same thing about everybody's videos. Y'all didn't take issue about it until I started coming for Raw Beauty Christie and Rosanna Pansino because they're such nice girls, right? That's when you had an issue with it. Y'all laughed when I was talking about everybody else. That's hypocrisy, okay? If I'm going through anybody's channel and I'm reading videos and making fun of them, and I've done it to myself even, okay? But you don't have an issue with that, but you have an issue when I come for Rosanna Pansino's videos and I say they're for views. But I'm being harsh on her because I'm saying that her videos that she's doing, like a Little Mermaid cake or going to Super Nintendo World, that's harsh? You think that's harsh? Y'all don't know harsh and mean. I've witnessed it in this world. That's not harsh and mean. That is a criticism. Okay? I'm a drama commentary channel. I think maybe some of you out there are a little too soft for my channel. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? But you're going to get the real deal over here. I think that is a great start. You came for her channel and your criticism was harsh. Making videos about popular things is what YouTube is about. Jokes are not for everybody. It's not. I got 6 other channels. I do what I want on those channels. I do what I want on this channel. And it's not always popular. Trust me. Like the criticism I received on this. It's not always popular. Jokes are in the tone, and your tone made it sound like Ro didn't deserve the subscribers that she has. I think that Rosanna Pansino's channel, there are a lot of people there that are for cooking because there were some comments in my sections that said, I love Rosanna Pansino's cooking videos, but when she started getting off those videos, I wasn't that interested in her anymore. Okay? So, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve her subscribers. I think it's interesting she has 14.5 million subscribers and she's getting less than 100,000 views, mostly averaging per video. That says that most people really aren't that interested in Rosanna Pansino anymore. I've said that about other people. Nobody's ever taken issue like they took it with her. Ever. 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 Period. You guys were so pissed that I talked about her in a video. You're just making me look into her harder. I just want you to know that, okay? Rosanna Pansino, you are on my radar. Maybe it's weird to call out Mr. Beat for... Oh, wait. Lately, your channel has become more about defending yourself against comments instead of talking about the actual drama at hand. Well, maybe. But it's my channel. And I'm going to do what I want on my channel. But at the same time, I've addressed a lot of positive comments. Do you watch my vlog channel? Because you sound like somebody that does. I read a lot of nice comments over there. People ask me questions I address for half an hour. An entire question that somebody asked me over there about my sobriety or something I've learned in my life or harsh criticism I've received. I do that all the time. I've done it on my Peter Does Stuff channel. I've done it on my Peterisms channel. But when I'm making a comment defending myself about ignorance that somebody wants to say something, y'all have huge issue with it. That's a problem to me. That pisses me off. Okay? Because that's about you. That's not about me. So let me get into my notes. So I got all these notes right in here. You can see them? Okay. So let's get in these notes. I'm just going to read them. So many people were so upset that I made fun of Rosanna's likes and interests, which I never did. I never did. Okay? I said instead of going to Super Nintendo World, maybe she should go to the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas and lay out by the pool. That's what I like to do. I made that very clear in my video. But took zero issue with the fact that she hasn't spoken about Colleen. Now, so many people took an issue with the fact that I critiqued her video of going to Super Nintendo World for views, but had nothing to say about the fact that she protects her friend that was a predator, Colleen Ballinger, with factual evidence. You have no issue with that. Very telling of your character. Go back and watch my video. I did. I never said that. Didn't say it. Didn't say anything about her video game likes or interests. Didn't even know if she liked video games. Never said anything about that in there. Watch it. I critiqued a video and said it was for views, like I've said about hundreds of other YouTubers that you've never had issue with before. I also, in this video, made fun of myself, made fun of my friends who like Disney, made fun of Mr. Beast, and was pretty harsh on Mr. Beast, and said, who is this channel for 11-year-olds, and I can't get with it. I said worse things about Mr. Beast than I did about Rosanna Pansino's channel, honestly, okay? I made fun of Joey Graceffa. I made fun of Oprah Winfrey not knowing the words on her channel. I made fun of Tana Mojo being a predator protector. I made fun of the musical Les Mis. I made fun of Daniel Harris in Halloween. I made fun of Escape the Night, the TV show. I made fun of Daniel Prada. I made fun of Susan Boyle, and on and on and on. And y'all didn't have any fucking issue with that. But you had an issue with one critique that I made of a Rosanna Pansino video. But you think that I was mean and I was harsh and I was mean about that. But you took no issue with all those other comments that I said about all those other people. Not one comment did I get about anything that nobody said. You were mean to Oprah. You were mean to Susan Boyle. You were mean to Joey Graceffa. You were mean to Daniel Prada. Why are you dissing on Escape the Night? Nobody said anything about that. Nobody said I was mean to Tana Mojo for calling her a predator protector. Nobody said anything about that. But a lot of people had something to say about the fact that I critiqued Rosanna Pansino's video about going to Super Nintendo World. That's what you care about. Okay. I can talk about Manny, but the moment that I talk about Christy or Rosanna, people are calling me a misogynist. Or is it just that you're super fans of these people and you can't handle it, right? Then people are saying, you know, that I can talk about Mr. Beast, but why I need to put the whole Colleen thing in another video. Why? I don't know that you guys aren't connecting the dots. Do we need to play a game of connect the dots? Okay. Rosanna Pansino has come out and talked about other issues in the past to do with Escape the Night. She's now talking about Mr. Beast, but she can't talk about Colleen Ballinger, okay? So the connect the dots is, Rosanna Pansino has no problem coming out and talking about issues. That's a proven fact. She's come out and talked about other issues in the past. But she won't talk about Colleen Ballinger, right? That makes her a defender of Colleen Ballinger. She's so afraid of talking about Colleen Ballinger because why? It might implicate her in something. Does Colleen Ballinger know who the real Rosanna Pansino is behind the scenes? Can Colleen Ballinger come out and say something about her? Could Joey Graceffa say something about Rosanna Pansino that we don't know? Because he's a predator protector too. He just unfollowed Colleen after, 100 videos that he's done with Colleen Ballinger. Joey Graceffa has never come out and talked about Colleen Ballinger. This is where people start forgetting what Colleen Ballinger did. And this is how Colleen Ballinger is going to get her career back, okay? And then people are going to say 3 years down the road, I cannot believe that Colleen Ballinger has a platform after everything that she did, right? You guys are handing it to her. You are. You're being protective of these people, and you're saying there's no reason that Joey needs to come out and talk about it. There's no reason why Rosanna needs to talk about it. Well, maybe if she would, people would take the victim stories a little bit more seriously. Maybe they wouldn't forget what had happened. Because right now, it's literally the victim standing out there, okay? At 19, 20, 20, 18, 19, 20, and 21, standing out there alone, okay? Knowing that people are getting tired of hearing their stories over and over again, and ain't nobody speaking for them. Me and a couple other drama commentary channels talk about it every once in a while, but nobody out there is speaking about it. None of these hundreds of friends of Colleen Ballinger have come out and literally spoken about it. Daniel Prada came out and inserted it into 6 minutes of the end of his video, okay? Trisha Paytas, when done wrong with by Colleen Ballinger, which I think she was unfairly treated and was a victim of Colleen Ballinger, okay? But she finally came out and talked about it. Two people. Colleen Ballinger has made her career off of doing collabs with other people. JoJo Siwa got in a podcast and defended Colleen Ballinger and said the victims were liars, okay? And y'all want to know how James Charles and Colleen Ballinger are going to continue to have careers. This is exactly why. But maybe if just instead of unfollowing this person, Rosanna Pansino came out and took a stance as a good person on YouTube, as a kind, nice person, and she actually did the right thing and came out and spoke against her and said, I did do a lot of videos with Colleen Ballinger. I actually got quite a few subscribers off of her, and I made good money off of doing videos with her, and I had a good time with her. And I was really surprised when this came out. Unfortunately, I cannot support what Colleen Ballinger has done to these people. There's factual evidence. I've seen it. And I want my audience to know that I no longer stand with Colleen Ballinger. Do you realize what validity that would give to the victim stories? She's enabling Colleen Ballinger. And she's enabling the haters of the victims. She wants to come out and talk about all the death threats that she's received over her insinuating the situation with Mr. Beast. She had no problem talking about those death threats. Adam McIntyre literally had to move cities because of death threats and stalking. All of the victims that have come out and spoken have gotten death threats and have been stalked. Are you aware of that, Rosanna? Are you aware that you coming out and supporting the victims publicly, and all the other people like Joey Graceffa coming out and disavowing Colleen Ballinger publicly and siding with the victims with their factual evidence? Do you realize that you might, with your audience that is literally so supportive, that are coming up and making lies about things I never said in a video, might further support the victims and might take a stand with them? You're actually furthering the problem, okay? Because if these people started, this is where people are like, they don't have to come out and talk about it. They don't. Right. But silence is powerful, okay? Silence is powerful. You guys have afforded these people lifestyles beyond their wildest dreams, okay? Where they can go to Super Nintendo World. Do you guys know how expensive food is at Super Nintendo World or any of these amusement parks? But she can afford to go there and buy everything on the menu. She can buy her sister a $2 million house. This is her life. I'm so grateful. Just said this in my Peterisms video when talking about gratitude. That I was able to turn something that I'm passionate into my career. I am so fucking grateful for every person that watches my videos. And every person that's subscribed to me. And every person that watches me on all of my 7 channels. I'm so grateful for that. You guys have afforded me and given me a life beyond my wildest dreams. Honest to God. I can start crying thinking about it. This was never in my cards that I ever think this was possible. You guys give these people a lot of power. They have a lot of power. 14 million people is more than some countries. 14 million people is enough to change elections. 14 million people is a lot of people standing on the side of the victim stories. Her not coming out and talking about it, that's pretty powerful silence to me. Don't be dipping into my DMs, Rosanna. And you know why she didn't? She dipped into all these other people that supported her in the situation. Because if you could dip into my DMs, what I'm going to tell you is, A, I don't want to talk to you on the phone because y'all fuck around, okay? Like Robbie D. Christie, and lie. And you manipulate, which is why you're dipping into these DMs or these drama commentary channels, because you want to get your side out there, even though you said you weren't going to talk about it anymore, right? When you're, as of today, dipping into drama commentary channels, but you're saying that you're going to let it go and move on. But you're still dipping into them wanting to talk about it. Okay, that to me is manipulation. That to me is somebody that is not letting this go and saying that you apologize and you're taking down your posts. So that is bullshit to me, okay, first of all. Now, maybe they don't want to come out and talk about it, but I will. And I've asked them for approval. I said I wouldn't say their names, but can I say in a video that they said, yeah, absolutely, sure. A couple of them said I could say their names. So, sing me a different song, okay? Y'all don't know the real Rosanna Pansino. That's the truth, okay? All these victims getting these death threats, and you guys are all like, oh, I feel so sorry for Rosanna Pansino getting death threats over Mr. Beast. So do I. I said it in my video. Y'all missed over that part while you're coming for me shaming her for liking video games that I never did in a video. Never said that. Never did. Go watch my video. I watched it twice. Never fucking said that. Never said it. But all these people feel sorry for the fact that she's getting death threats. I do too. I don't think there's ever a reason why anybody should get a death threat. But if you had the ability to maybe remove some of those death threats, would you do what you could? If you had the ability to stand on the right side of things, why did you unfollow Colleen Ballinger? Well, obviously you unfollowed her to either save your career, people were coming for you for following her, or because you felt like there was something wrong with Colleen Ballinger. If you really think there's something, so either two are performative, or the third one is you really think there's something wrong with Colleen Ballinger. Well, you really thought there was something wrong with Mr. Beast and you came out and spoke about it. Can you come out and talk about Colleen Ballinger, or is that not bad enough for you? You guys get it so fucking twisted. And you want to know why I talk about this stuff? This is fucking serious, you guys. These are people that are going to have severe trauma for the rest of their lives. Not over a hide-and-seek game. And I'm not saying that what Mr. Beast did was wrong, right. I said in my video that if that were true, he needed to be held accountable for it. And if I were Mr. Beast, I would come out and address it. I said those exact fucking words in my video, okay? She don't want to address this situation. She has the power to change a lot of people's minds. People love Rosanna Pansino. That is seen by the comments in my videos. So she is negligent by not coming out and talking about Colleen Ballinger. Period. End of story. Let me get back to my notes. Okay, I talked about the death threats. Talked about my regrets and stuff like that. And I said in here, death threats. No one deserves them. Do you know how many Colleen Ballinger victims got death threats? Adam McIntyre had to move. His mother has gotten horrific threats. His mother. All for sharing their stories. Okay? Most of them didn't get any videos off of it or growth on a channel that they didn't even have. They just came out and shared their stories and got tons of hate for it and threats. Seriously. Have you read their tweets? These kids are trying to go to college and have jobs, and people are coming up to them and saying, oh, I know who you are and stuff like that. Because they shared their stories. And people are calling them liars, and they're 19-year-old kids. Why do you think victims don't share their stories? Y'all need to get your priorities straight. Seriously. But what I won't be called is something that I'm not. I don't have a problem getting in a video and taking accountability for something I did or something I said. And correcting my behavior, making amends for it, and showing that it won't happen again by not doing it again. Okay? But what I'm not going to have is people saying a bunch of shit about me that isn't true. So anyway, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say in this video. I'm heated about this, y'all. I really am. The only context that I plan to talk about Rosanna Pansino in the future is the fact that she's a predator protector, and that she is defending Colleen Ballinger, and that she is furthering the situation for the victims by not speaking out against it. Because if people like Joey Graceffa, that had a close alignment with Colleen Ballinger, professional or personal, I don't give a shit, said she was his best friend at one point. If people like Rosanna Pansino came out, if people like Daniel Prada didn't stick it at the last minute of a video, okay? If all these people came out and spoke about it more, then people would maybe take it a little bit more seriously. You know? But when it's me and the victims and a few other drama commentary channels and Ethan Klein every once in a blue moon talking about it, people are going to forget about it. They really are. And then 6 months from now, Colleen Ballinger will just pop back in and be like, oh, I've been vlogging all this shit for the last 6 months. I've taken some time off. Why'd you take time off, Colleen? What was the reason that you got? And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Colleen, I miss you so much. I support you 100%. Oh my God, I know you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't? There's factual evidence to that. Literally factual fucking evidence. And people get on their comments and stuff and go, oh, I know you didn't do anything. I stand Colleen 100% always. Grown fucking adults. I'm not talking about 12-year-olds, you guys. I've seen 30 and 40-year-old people over there saying those comments. Grown fucking adults, okay? Maybe if people that were aligned with Colleen Ballinger, that had profited off of Colleen Ballinger, that people knew Colleen Ballinger through, came out and spoke about it and took a stand about something that was right, then maybe people would hear the story a little bit louder. Hey, Rosanna, instead of you reaching out to drama commentary channels, asking them to talk to them about Mr. Beast's situation, why don't you have some of the victims of Colleen Ballinger on your channel to hear their stories, and why don't you share your opinion? I think that's a really good video idea. I won't hold my breath for that video. I won't hold my breath for that at all. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm going to calm myself down now, vlog for a little bit to my Vloggerino groups, who I love so dearly, and my Vloggerino group, not groups, who I love so dearly, and yeah, and just relax for the rest of the night. So, I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. It's November 1st. Welcome to Christmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.